Hey guys, Jack from Miracamp. Pretty basic video today. We're just diving in. It's gonna be raw. It's gonna be off the dome. It's gonna be kind of like an edit with me where I show you all the basics of CapCut. How to edit from scratch from knowing absolutely nothing. So CapCut's a great program to start out with. I think it's the easiest. You can drag and drop effects. You can drag and drop music. It's all right in the program, but you can also add your own stuff if you want to do that as well. So let's jump right in. When you open up CapCut, this is the screen you're gonna see. And you're just going to go ahead and you can see all my old projects here. But to start out, you're just going to go up to this big create project button, hit create project. And now you have this new project to work on, completely blank from scratch. So there's a couple things you'll want to do now. The first is to import your footage or your audio or whatever it is you want to bring in and actually edit. So as you can see here on my desktop, I pre-made a folder with the stuff I'm going to be using. So I have, some screen recordings and also some music. But all your footage, I recommend creating a folder on your desktop first, just by double clicking or right clicking, doing new folder, and then dragging your videos, your songs, your music into this folder, because now what you can do is just straight up just drag and drop right into your import tab where it says media up here on the left, drag and drop right in. And now you have your folder in CapCut ready to be used. You double click on it to open it up. And from here, literally all you need to do, drag and drop your first clip. So as you can see, here's my first clip. And this is something quick, but super, super important. When you do have your first clip in here, you're just going to want to make sure you're editing in the right ratio. Whether you're, making a YouTube video or a video for social media, the ratio will change. So like you see here, we're in a vertical format, but say if we wanted to make a horizontal format, you would go to ratio, click this ratio button and make it 16:9. And now you see we have this full screen. But again, this is a vertical video. So what you're going to want to do, if you dragged in a horizontal video to start, you don't want to have this horizontal because you're making a social media post. So you'd go to the aspect ratio button, which now it says 16:9, and you would change that to 9:16. And now you have it in your vertical format, which you can scale. And now, you can drag in your other clips and start editing. And I did this I used this screen recording to kind of show you as an example of how I edit and how you should cut your clips as well. So we have the video in the timeline. The first thing you'll notice is the crop here in the viewfinder. This is where you watch your video, is way off. So the first thing you're going to want to do, make sure the clip you have is selected. Select it. It'll be this white outline around it. And you're going to want to go over to this right panel and adjust the scale. The scale is, how zoomed in it is. And you're just going to want to do it so, this is a screen recording, so you have all these borders and web stuff on here. This is what you don't want to have in your video. So you're going to scale it up until it's totally, there's nothing but the video we want. So again, you can adjust your X and Y position, which, move your video horizontally or vertically. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna do like 100, 150, and you can see it just slowly moving up. And you can actually, if you click on it, you can just move it yourself, make sure it's centered, scale, scale, scale until it's perfect. Okay. So our clip is now scaled. It's in the format we want. But now, there's like text on here. There's, 5 minutes of screen recording. So how do we cut this down? Well, I'm glad you asked. So what you do is you move your playhead. This is your playhead. This is this big long line. And this shows on your viewfinder where you are in the video. So, wherever this is, this will be shown on what you see. So we're just going to go, and my strategy behind editing is to cut out just the coolest, most important parts of your video, leave out the rest, right? Pretty standard. So what you're going to want to do is identify the points in the clip that you want to be in your video. Identify the points in the clip you want to be in your video and go to those points. Okay, I don't want this text on my screen, so I'm gonna go to where it goes off, right about here. And I'm gonna click this button. This is the split button. This splits your longer, bigger clip into individual clips. Let me show you. You hit this, now you see this is the split part and this is the rest of the clip. So you're gonna wanna, if you don't want this part in, it's now detached from the entire clip, and you're gonna click it and you're gonna press delete on your keyboard. So now as you can see, it's just the part that we split that's left. So we're gonna go, okay, Tiger Woods hits the putt. Okay, nice, we like that. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, this is boring now. We don't want the rest of this. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stop it right here and I'm gonna hit the split button again. And now we've identified this as the clip we want to be in our video. And this is my strategy. You'll do this across the entire duration. So, let's keep going. This is all boring stuff, so I probably won't want this. So I know I can either split again and delete this like that, and I just press Command Z to undo what I just did, or you can actually drag the end of the clip like you're trimming it, right? Okay, but let's keep going. So, I don't love this stuff. This is a pretty cool shot, right? He's celebrating. So again, we're gonna go over here to the split button, click split, delete this, and now we can go. Okay, now the ball's here. So again, we wanna cut this part out, split, and keep this. Cut all this out, cut all this out, cut all this out. We don't want this, we don't want this, we don't want this. So again, let's just make 2 more other clips or other cuts we want. Oh, here's OBJ. OBJ making a great catch. So we want to remove everything up to this point, right? So we're gonna split. We're gonna have our playhead exactly where we want the clip to start. We're gonna split. We're gonna select all this stuff we don't want and press delete. So as you can see, Tiger Woods, baseball celebration, OBJ. Oh, we don't want this. We don't want this. So again, bang, cut, and we'll do one more. This is, whatever. We're just skimming. We're just skimming to see what we want. Here's no, we won't use that. Saquon. Great. Video Tom Brady. So here it is. Video Tom Brady spiking at the very end. Bam. Playhead is where we want the clip to start. Split, select, delete. So now we have 4 clips ready to go. Let's go. Tom Brady celebrating. And that's it. Maybe we want it to end here. So we're going to either split and delete, or trim. Now we have a decent selection of, clips we want to use. So you can go through, there's a ton of audio and sound effects built right into CapCut itself. So you can bring in assets from online softwares like Artlist, but for today's purpose, we have 2 things we're gonna do. We're gonna go through and pick out songs that are right in CapCut. You go to audio, you go to music, and then you have all these different options you can pick from. Separate into categories, separate into trending sounds, party, pop, disco, whatever it is, and then you have your sound effects down at the bottom. And adding this stuff is just as simple as adding your footage. You pick out your sound effect, you drag it under your clips, and now you have sound effects. In the same way you trim your clip, you trim your sound effects. So there's 4 of these sound effects, but we only want 1. Okay, let's trim it up. Now you only have 1. And there you go. And if you want to time it up, cut it down. We want it to be the sound effect to hit right when the ball hits the hole. We're going to use our playhead to go right when it enters the hole. And we're going to line up the start of the sound effect with our playhead. Bang. Just like that. Now you have a great sound effect. But all right, so let's go back. So, the same way you added a sound, you can add music. But I chose I dragged in this, I downloaded this song from YouTube. So we're going to drag that in. Great. Now we have sound I wanted to bring in, but here's the issue. The clip is still there. You can still see it. We don't want the clip in there. So what you're going to do is you're going to click your clip that you want your music to be on. You know, as you can see, whatever is on the top layer, whatever is the most highest in your layers will be, think of it as like a stack of pancakes, right? This is an Oreo pancake and this is just a regular blueberry pancake. Because the Oreo pancake is on top of the stack of pancakes, this is the first one you'll see. You see how it's like this? But then if you drag all your clips above this, now the blueberry pancake is above the other one, and now it's fine because these block out the video, but the audio is still under it. See what I mean? So again, there's a little delay here, so we're going to click on the clip, trim it up, bring it to the beginning. Great. And those are, really the basics of cutting, adding clips. But now, let me show you how to add a couple basic effects. You're going to go to your effects panel. And, because this is the free version, we're going to focus on all of the effects that don't have this like diamond gem thing next to them. If they have a diamond or a gem thing next to them, they're the pro features. You can use them, but it's super important to highlight that when you go to export it, you won't be able to export it with these pro effects and transitions on it. So I highly recommend making sure before you add any of these effects or transitions that you make sure they don't have this gem thing on them. All right, so we're gonna go and we're gonna look up TV, because we want a little TV lines. Here we go. TV lines, this is a free effect. We're gonna drag it above, and now you see it affects our clips. And so this is how you add effects. There are tons to choose from. Just again, make sure they don't have that diamond on them. Otherwise, when you go to export, if you don't have the pro version, you won't be able to export. So we cut your clips, we added music, we added sound effects. And now let's just go to this transitions tab just for fun. Transitions, how they work is unlike the effects ones where you can just drag them above your clip and all the clips are affected. Transitions go in between two clips. They need to be separate clips. And let me show you, you drag them in the middle and they have to go in between your clips. So you see, this is the fade, black fade transition. We put it in between two clips and you get this effect. And now, there's a ton of great free transitions you can use. I'll make another video on that you can watch. Okay, so your video is done. Now we need to get it from CapCut itself onto social media, YouTube, wherever it is you want to post. So this is called exporting. And to export, what I usually like to do is go to the very end of my timeline and zoom in so you can see the end. Bring the cursor all the way here, right to where it ends, and press O on your keyboard. This is an out point. Now, basically what this does is just selects everything in your timeline that you want to be exported. So I set my out point, and then I'm gonna go up here to the top right corner, click export. And I mentioned this earlier, but as long as you don't have any pro features, effects, elements, you'll be able to export for free. If you don't, then you won't be able to export. It'll bring you to a page to say, you're using this effect and that effect. To be able to export your video, you need to pay the monthly fee for CapCut. But since we haven't used any, we are going to go rename our project and I'm just going to do create export to. This is the folder where it will export to if you want it in your documents on your desktop, which is where I want it on my desktop. So I'm going to create desktop, but you can put it anywhere on your computer. Resolution we'll set to 1080p, bitrate higher, and then simple as that, you just press export and it will export right to your desktop, which from here, email it so you can download it on your phone, upload to Google Drive so you can download it to your phone, or my favorite is just, going, double clicking and going to share and airdropping it right to my phone. It's just faster, more efficient. But if you're on PC, you probably have to upload to Google Drive or email it to yourself just so you can download it right to your phone. But this really covers the basics of importing your clips, of cutting your clips, of adding music, of adding sound effects, transitions, and effects. So if you liked this video or got anything out of it, leave a comment below. I would love to know. And make sure to check out all of our other videos on the channel or click right here for our newest one. It's great. I will see you in the next one.